from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. It's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Deshaun Watson.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
They got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. The numbers for Andrews last week, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Ravens at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Steps away to his left. And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 3rd down pickup of 5. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Pacheco. The numbers for Chubb from a week ago: 16 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Watson on 1st down. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And out of bounds right around the 20. 2nd and 11. Now Watson. And Watson has enough for the 1st down yardage as he slides to the turf. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, kind of a throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a couple of the great AFC teams of the 70s do battle. The Steelers and Dolphins from Miami on Sunday night. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Bears and Patriots from Foxborough. A rematch of Super Bowl 20.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens offense back out there. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you could build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jackson. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line. Now it's Jackson.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
From the gun, Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get... And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Patrick Ricard,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
Watson on 3rd down, rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And again, it's Chubb.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well.
But I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball is gone. Didn't happen in this case. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play. And
thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket, try to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number one, you're going to have...
And now off to the races down the right side. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerome Ford
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. Caught out left side by Robinson.
He's got room at the 30. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the two-point conversion.
And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a two-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more two-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to, because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and they'll be unable to build here onto their 5-point lead. And this was still going to be a 1-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Throwing now is Jackson. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So now it's Watson and the Browns. Down 24-21. A minute 40 remaining. Watson to throw. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Here's Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Watson completes to Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Open man downfield is Hilton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So easily the play of the game right there. We will not have overtime. Instead, a late touchdown the other way.
And to the surprise of absolutely no one, they came with the all-out rush because they had to at this point of the game. Not only did they get in there and block it, but how about the fortuitous bounce, and then it's off to the races the other way.
What a change in this ball game in the fourth quarter, Charles. They just completely took over, and not only did they get the lead, they end up winning somewhat comfortably.
And when we spent time talking with them before the game, they made sure that we knew that they thought that they were the better team in this one, and they never lost that thought or lost that focus, and they played like it in the fourth quarter. That's how you author a late comeback and get a win.
So for Baltimore,